Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. That right there is a BMW X540D. This is a brand new show called Ride Out, and I need to get a trim. But let's get into the car and talk a bit about the show. So in this show, we're going to be getting different cars, talking about different topics, myself and Imran, and we'll be discussing the cars as well. On this particular episode, we've got the BMW X540D, as I mentioned, twin turbo, 3-litre diesel engine, puts out about 310 brake horsepower. This car's actually been remapped by the guys at Revival Remaps. So it's pushing about 370 brake horsepower. For those of you who don't know, a remap basically makes your engine more powerful and at the same time more efficient also. So yeah, let's go pick up Imran and get started with the episode, inshallah.
No, it's not right here. Where you parked?
Come round the corner, you see me. Yes, salamu alaikum.
Salam.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Where'd you get this car from?
Don't ask too many questions, innit? Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Brothers and sisters, welcome to a brand new episode of a brand new show called Ride Out, where myself and Imran will be driving around in different cars and discussing different topics that will relate, inshallah, to the youth. Light-hearted, casual discussions that, inshallah, you can derive some benefit from, both in your dunya and in your akhirah.
Mainly gonna be stuff for the lads.
Mainly stuff for the lads, but obviously sisters can benefit from some generic stuff. But this is a show for the mandem.
We wanted to basically be able to share real life lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Real life lessons,
family, work, life,
all of that,
health,
all
that,
and also discuss the car that we're driving as well. So today we're in a BMW X540D. It's a 2015 plate, M Sport.
I thought you were going to do it before I even come in.
Yeah, but I'll just mention it as well, innit?
Oh,
just
okay.
again, also for you as well, innit? Because if I was to ask you what car is it, what make is this? Would you even know? Obviously now you know, because I mentioned it BMW.
But it's a shiny car, that's all I know.
It's a shiny car, yeah.
Shiny cars.
The way Imran decides if a car's good or not is if it's shiny. If it's shiny, it's a good car. If it's not shiny, it's a bad car. So today's episode
has to glisten in the sun, innit?
Has to be glistening, huh? Bismillah, shining. So today's episode, inshallah, is going to be on the topic of being an entrepreneur in Islam. So working for yourself, starting up a company, or even just being a freelance worker, doing your own thing, being your own boss, basically. Of course, Allah is ultimately the Lord and the master of all, but just having that level of control over your work life. So you can decide when you work, you can decide when you don't work. Because one thing that we found, obviously we got a project Umrah with the Mandem that we do with 5-star Umrah, and two main things that cause brothers to fall off the deen when they come back is what? Women and their jobs, money. Women and money. And the money side of it is because, look, you're working at a job where you're forced to free mix. There's music playing in the background. Sometimes your breaks don't allow you to pray your salawat, so you're forced to compromise. You can't seek knowledge, and at the end of it, a lot of the time, you're working crazy hours and you're not really left with a lot to show for it. So that's why we decided, and there's a bit of a bonus. We'll talk about it later. A new project that we're actually starting. But first and foremost, what I want to ask you, Imran, is why is it important? What is the importance of, or what are the benefits of being self-employed, of running your own thing?
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. So, in this day and age, it's very, very, very important for a person to basically have their own hustle. The reason I say that, for multiple reasons, wallahi, I haven't really organised my thoughts in my mind, but I'll just come out with it. Number one, it's that freedom. You see, we live in a day and age where you don't actually have to work a 9 to 5. You know that, right? More and more people are starting to leave the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
In this day and age than ever before, because of the fluidity with which a person can structure his work days. Like, look at us, for example. like based on our priorities in life, we change our whole work schedule. There's times when we started working in the office from 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Minimum days. There's
After
times
Fajr.
after Fajr. There's times where we start work 1 p.m. There's times where we start 10 a.m. There's times where we work from home if we need to. There's times where we come in the evening because, alhamdulillah, we basically, you know, we're in charge. Do you know what I'm saying? And that gives me flexibility in terms of my deen primarily. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go pray in the masjid when I want to pray. I can go seek knowledge. I can go travel to seek knowledge. I can do whatever it is I need to do with family. You know, family emergency come up. You know, I'm not that guy who doesn't turn up to the family emergency because I got work.
Yeah.
Because I got this, because I got that.
Yeah.
Likewise, you see what I'm saying? So when the who's the guy who set up the Ford company again? His name was what? Sorry, something Ford. Henry Ford. Henry Ford, if I'm not mistaken, was the guy who invented the concept of the 9 to 5. Basically, it was a way to kind of condition the people into like a slave labor kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not actually an efficient, effective way to work, to go out there and gain your hustle, but it was made because, as you all know, the top 1% of the people, they own more than they have. The top 10% of the people, they have collectively amongst themselves more money than the rest of the 90%. Do you understand? So there's a very small group of people that have extremely highly over concentrated amount of money, and they want to keep it there. And they say the way we're going to keep it there is by making these people just be focused with work. You get up in the morning, first thing you do, get to work. Come home, you're too tired to do anything except sleep, to wake up in the morning to get to work again. In between that time, you go have a shower, you hang out with your family, play around with your kids, boom, you go sleep, work again. The weekend, you recharge, only to go back on the Monday. So the whole point is that system is made to trap you. Do you understand? It's made to trap you, to make you be a person who is submitted, who is underneath the system. And wallahi, as long as you fall into the rat race, wallahi, you can't get out. Because imagine now, you say to yourself, you're working 9 to 5, you're stuck, you're hustling, you're grinding, you get married, now you got kids, and you do not see yourself like raising the bar. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, you get a 5 grand, 10 grand, 20k raise in your salary, but that's 20k is not a lot, you know, in this day and age. 20k is not a lot. Well, is that the maximum that you can go in terms of growth, in terms of your career? Is that the most that you can do? I'm saying, in order to go greater, you have to take a step out, build your own thing, go study, go get the degrees, the qualifications, do something. But you can't. You know why? Because you're stuck in a rat race. Because, you know, if you dip for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month, 2 years, but who's going to pay the bills in that time? You know, so you're actually stuck. You're actually stuck. So then, you know what it is? Either you got to basically join the race a bit slow.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Wallah, I never, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, Rabbi Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't test me with this. And please guys say Allahumma barik, please say Allahumma barik. But I never worked a day in my life for anyone other than myself.
Allahumma barik.
30-year-old man now, never worked a day in my life for anyone other than myself. I was always hustling and grinding. Yes, haram when I was in Jahiliyyah, but you know, the concept was still there. Made Toba, you know, we used to make music. Like I used to grind and sell CDs like in Oxford Street. We used to get the CDs, print them, make music in the studio and sell them. You know what I'm saying? That's the halal equivalent of selling thobes, selling atar, selling, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do, the point is that I said to myself, I'm not going to work for a guy, you know what I'm saying? I used to travel to different parts of the country to sell CDs. Then we had a little recording studio, stuff like that. Allah will forgive us, I'm not glorifying, but to show you the concept. So that's like your equivalent of setting up a Shopify account in this day and age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we did that, and well, it was hard. Been homeless in that time. Been homeless whilst I've been married. You know what I'm saying? Struggled to pay bills. Had bailiffs run down. Like, that's all happened. It's all part of the journey.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, Allah takes you to a place where He gives you some kind of stability as long as you trust in Him, you rely upon Him. And ultimately, I'm saying, even throughout that whole time when I was homeless, that whole time when I had bailiffs coming, that whole time, you know what? One thing that they could never take away from me, my freedom. Financially, I was struggling here and there, but you know what it is? I still had freedom of time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you eventually, I'm saying, it's harder. The risks are greater. The climb is harder, but the reward is also higher and the reward is also greater.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That's one reason. I got more, but I don't want to waffle.
But let me ask you a question, yeah?
Go ahead.
So I remember there was a funeral, right? And you gave a little talk, and one of the things you mentioned is don't forget your portion of this dunya.
Yeah.
And you said that that portion of this dunya is the white cloth that you're buried in.
Yes.
Meaning, you know, don't, like, the dunya doesn't matter. The money you make, this, that. So why should someone even want to, is it even praiseworthy to want to make money or to want to do well? Should you not just try and get minimum basic just so you can get by and then spend all your time to basically just like worshipping or, you know, on the deen? Like, is that not, like, isn't that a bit contradictory?
You know what it is? The concept of money is really heavily, grossly misunderstood amongst Muslims. Do you understand? Money ain't bad. What's bad is the heart. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you could have a bunch of money,
Yeah.
but you earn paradise through it.
Uh-huh.
You could have a bunch of money and you earn the hellfire through it.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? So it's about your heart. Money is like a magnifying lens of that which is inside of your heart.
Uh-huh.
If I got money and I got a good heart, then you're gonna see me produce khair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna give in sadaqah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically, you know, you're gonna purchase Islamic books. You're gonna save that money to move to an Islamic country to do hijrah. You're gonna use that money to pay for your kids to have private homeschooling. Like I'm saying, it costs more money, but you're doing it why? Because you don't want them to go public school. You know what I'm saying? You spend that money to like in khair. Do you understand? You spend that money in khair. But for example, if a person's heart is bad, then what are they gonna do? They're gonna spend that money on haram, on partying. And even though it's not haram to have material things, but what's not praiseworthy is for material things to you to be obsessive about it, and that to be your means or ends. When you buy, all you do is buy clothes and cars and this and houses and da da da, and you just do them kind of things because what you're doing is now you're being wasteful. Do you understand? So it's about this. It's about the heart. So if you look, me, I'm trying to tell the brothers the objective for you to make money, sisters, the objective for you to make money is so you can have spiritual liberation.
Yeah.
Wallahi, the fact that you cannot go pray inside of a masjid because you come back late, Tom or Henry, who don't clean his bum properly, is gonna what? He's gonna fire you. That's humiliation. That's sad. And I know some people, they have no choice. I'm not putting it down.
I was about to say that. Some people, like, you might have single moms out there that are grinding just to put food on the table.
I'm
you know,
with you. I'm really with you.
Grinding
I'm
for their families.
I'm talking about those who have an opportunity. Do you know what I'm saying? And those who have an opportunity. I'm talking to the youngest because I feel like the youngest. Look, one thing I've been saying to the brothers, the Umrah brothers, the Mandam brothers, for time is what? I say two things. Brothers, go out there and seek knowledge.
Yeah.
And go out there and make your money.
Yeah.
Because both those two things become very hard once you get married and start having kids. Not to say that you can't, but it's like a guy never sought knowledge in his life and he never hustled. Not to say that he can't.
Yeah.
He can. There are opportunities, but you're making it so much harder for yourself if you're married and you've got kids.
Yeah.
And you're free right now the whole summer. Like, for example, some brothers, like, look, you see when this COVID-19 thing happened?
Yeah.
Some companies lose money.
Yeah, they did.
And some companies quadrupled.
Yeah, they did.
Some companies, like,
I was opportunity.
Say that again? It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers took the time to just sit home and burn their Netflix account.
Yeah.
Other brothers said, you know what? You see what everyone's eating donuts, I'm eating apples. Everyone's busy smacking donuts, but I'm eating apples, I'm eating healthy.
Yeah.
And now everyone's what? They're coming back and they're eating apples right now because they go back to work.
Yeah.
But then them man are what? They're smacking Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah.
Because they were working while everyone else was being wasteful. Do you see what I'm saying? So, wallahi, it's freedom. Like I'm saying, right now, when you're young, you have opportunity. Well, we live in a day and age where so much can happen. Wallahi, it's praiseworthy to have your own business. You know in the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَآخَرُونَ يَضْرِبُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ يَبْتَغُونَ مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said there's a group of people that they go on the earth. They walk in the earth. They seek the virtue of Allah, meaning rizq.
Yeah.
They on the work. They're grinding on the earth. They grind on the earth. وَآخَرُونَ يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and another group, what do? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, another group, وآخرون يضربون في الأرض يبتغون من فضل الله وآخرون يقاتلون في سبيل الله. Another group, they go and they fight in the path of Allah. So Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned two groups of people. He mentioned businessmen and he mentioned mujahideen.
Yeah.
We know the virtue of a mujahid.
Yes.
The virtue of a mujahid is what? It's great. It's great.
He does,
a
yeah.
mujahid.
Yeah.
Even if he don't die,
Yeah.
he's a mujahid.
Yep.
في سبيل الله. Like, you know, Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said something. He said, in this ayah,
Just to clarify, you're not promoting any any madness when you
I'm
say
not
that.
promoting any madness, but
It's a part of the
it's
deen.
a part of the deen, and
Yeah.
there's virtue in there, and let's call a spade a spade. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're not promoting no madness, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. So, it is what it is. So, the point I'm making is that Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he said on this ayah, the fact that Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned the one who goes out there to seek rizq, that is more virtuous than the one who goes out there to fight. No, sorry, he didn't say more virtuous. Afwan. What he said is for me to die
Yeah.
between my stock. He said, for me to die between my stock that I'm selling. So you guys out there who are grinding with your itar, those guys who are grinding with their thobes, you're selling whatever it is that you're selling. You see them man out there that are putting in the work.
Yeah.
You know them sisters that set up those little businesses at home and they sell things from the yard.
Yeah.
You know, he said for me to die between my stock is more beloved for me than to die to die fighting. Why? Because he said Allah mentioned the concept of going out there to seek halal rizq before he mentioned to go out there and fight in the path of Allah.
SubhanAllah.
Even you look at it, can you go out there and fight in the path of Allah if you don't have money?
You're gonna struggle a lot.
No, I'm saying okay. So not as an individual. I mean as a concept. Like
Oh no.
can the battle take place without money?
No, that's why even the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to fundraise, right? When they used to go
I
out.
mean, Uthman radiallahu anhu, he funded the whole of the Battle of Tabuk, 10,000 soldiers. That's not a joke. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So say how would that great battle against the Romans
Yeah.
would it ever taken place, or that expedition Afwan have ever taken place, had it not been for the money? So that's why, you know, like the point I'm making here is that some brothers, they're like, wow, you know, like, you know, the virtue of a mujahid, like we don't get to experience it. You might live and die and never experience it. Again, not promoting any madness. I'm just like all about deen. There is huge reward. Of course, we're not talking about no ISIS thing. We're talking about whatever, but let's not go into that. The point I'm making is that it's a huge reward. A lot of people think, bro, how's we missed out. The companions got this reward. The Salaf, they got this reward. They got this reward of going out there and fighting the path of Allah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you can get, inshallah, a great reward by going out there and hustling and grinding. Halal risk, bro. You're searching for that halal that Allah put in the earth for you. He put it in the earth for you. It's halal. So go out there and get it. So
Allah barik. But a lot of people, you know, they romanticize the you know, the whole being an entrepreneur and owning your own business, and you know, like people see it to be something like you know, like, oh, like you made it, and you know, this, that, whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's not easy, is it? It's not simple. It requires a lot of sacrifice. So the question is, everyone wants to do it, but how do we do it?
You know, my expertise ain't business. Do you understand? Where I'm gonna be able to sit here and tell you, you know, I give you some advice, but I'm saying I'm not that's not my expertise. So I don't want to speak as if I know the game, but I'm sure there's plenty of resources out there for people to learn and see this, that, and the other. But what I will mention is this: is that when it comes to setting up a business or being successful at anything you do in life, and of course I'm talking about after ikhlas and after the tawfiq of Allah Azza wa Jal, but in terms of your personal effort, because of course you can put in 100% effort, but if Allah Azza wa Jal don't give you tawfiq and you don't have sincerity that is accepted by Allah Azza wa Jal, then you may never be successful. I'm talking about a person who, devoid of the spiritual aspect, which is the foundation, and without it he will never be successful. But if terms of just purely the hustle, the grind, they say that 80% of the success in anything is down to your psychology, down to your mindset, down to your mindset. Do you understand? And 20% is down to the mechanics. What I mean by that is 80% is down to the how. Sorry, is down to the why.
Why you're doing it?
Why you're doing it? The motivation, the passion, the what. What is it that you want? You know, your mindset. Only 20% is how. So you know, brothers come to me and they tell me, bro, how do I go out there and get this piece? That how, I'll be honest with you, bro, is the least of your worries. Because if you have the 80%, which is the mindset of I'm gonna go out there and get this.
And the how doesn't matter because you're gonna go out there and get it.
Because yeah, exactly, you're
No
gonna
matter
find
what
it.
it is. Yeah.
You know, actually, the thing is, we become easy. You know, in the religion, there's a concept called himma aliyah, or ulu al-himma, which means to have high aspiration. You know, nowadays we read these motivational books. You know, scholars have been writing about motivation for time. Ulu al-himma means to have high aspiration, high goals.
People love watching those, those motivational YouTube videos.
That's what I'm saying. That's all. Scholars have written books. Ibn al-Jawzi and that, they've written books on high aspiration, or maybe parts of books that are on high aspiration. So when you see the things that the scholars write,
Yeah.
you know, like Ibn al-Jawzi, he says things like, you know, a person's feet should be firm on the ground, but his head should be high in the stars. As you know, they say reach for the sky.
Yeah.
He's saying reach for the stars. You understand? So in the books of high aspiration, and they mention high aspiration in the context of knowledge, because knowledge is the greatest thing to seek. It's greater than money. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But there was something that was mentioned in one of the books that I found that was powerful.
Go on.
Do you understand? They said a lion, you don't eat from an animal that's already dead. It has to go out there and kill it itself. A lion don't want the easy shortcut. A lion, it enjoys the grind.
The grind.
It enjoys the hunt.
The process.
The process. Do you understand? For you to just bring a lion, a dead deer, or a gazelle,
Yeah.
say, nah, bro, I'm a lion.
Yeah.
I'm a lion, bro. I'm gonna go out there and hunt myself a gazelle.
Or it might just hunt you.
The point I'm making is that you see us, we're lazy
It's a big problem.
bums. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that. You know what it is? Everyone wants, like you said, everyone wants the easy route. Everyone wants that get rich quick. That's what people go to. That's why I find that people are so susceptible to these schemes and to these, you know, like pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes and, you know, all these things where, you know, you got a promise of, yeah, put your money in and within, you know, this amount of time you'll get this, you'll get that. And reality is 99% of people who, you know, go into those kind of things always end up worse off than when they began, and they regret it, you know, in the end. But the funniest thing is that once it's all over,
Let's start again.
they start again. And wallahi, bro, I've seen guys, businessmen, put money into, you know, crazy amounts of money into something so, like, if you hear about it, you think this is ridiculous. Like,
It's the concept of the shortcut.
but it's just like, yeah, and then especially once you taste that, and it's like they give you a little taste.
You want more.
You want more and more and more, and before you know it, you're, bro.
And what it is, bro, one thing I learned, and I tried to explain this to my family, I tried to explain this to my friends, I tried to explain this to the youngers. There's one thing that I have so much conviction of, Akhi, is that success doesn't come except with pain. Pain, not necessarily bad, by the way. When you go gym, you feel pain, but you enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
So
And it's for the greater good.
it's for the greater good. But what my point is that there is no concept of a get-rich-quick scheme. There is no concept of I woke up this morning and I memorized the Quran. There's no remember, like, even when it comes to seeking knowledge, Imam Yahya ibn Abi Kathir, what did he say? You will not be able to seek knowledge with a body that's in a state of relaxation. You can't be chilling, sipping mango juice, you know what I'm saying, and become a scholar. You have to exert yourself. You have to put the grind in. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be successful in something. But is that a Gucci Fiat? Is that real?
I don't know. I think it's just a. I don't think it's actually Gucci though. I think they just use a similar.
It says Gucci on there. Look.
I don't know, bro.
That's mad.
I ain't never seen that.
We should get that car in the next show. What was I saying?
I don't know, bro. Gucci Fiat.
What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying there's no
easy. There's no easy.
Yeah, I just wish people would understand that. Like,
Yeah.
just go out. You see people. You see, whenever someone presents you with a get-rich-quick scheme, know that number one, is either extremely temporary, as in you're gonna taste it for a couple of weeks, months, and then you're gonna be like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Or it's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's someone that's trying to sell you a dream. They want to make money off you, sign you up to their membership, pyramid scheme, whatever have you. Do you understand? So for you to really go out there and do this proper, bro, it takes years. I remember one brother, he told me something deep. This is a brother that I used to go to as a mentor when I started practicing. He was like I bet you know, he was on the deen, and he was like, you know, into entrepreneurism and whatnot and so on and so forth. So he gave me some good advice. He said, you know, people, young brothers, when they want to make money, you know what they say? And this makes me sick when I hear it. You know, we got one brother that says it every now and again. I stick it on him. He said, bro, this year I'm gonna make $1 million. I'll make 100K this year. Watch. This year I'll make 100. And he said, bro, stop lying. You know you're not gonna make it. You're only saying that because you're scared. You're scared to actually have a real target. I was like, that's deep. What do you mean scared to have a real target? He said, let me flip it on you. How much do you make right now? Okay, I make 2 bags a year. Okay, this year double it. Double it. Make 4. Be realistic. Make 4. Next year make 8. Next year make 16. Before you know it, in 10 years you made over $1 million, or almost $1 million. So my point is that he's saying, look, you're scared. I said, what do you mean I'm scared? Or what do you mean these brothers are scared? He said, you're scared to actually put the work in. So you say things like $1 million because you know you're never going to really get it. You're never actually going to put in the effort to get $1 million. Because you're never going to put that effort in, really. You know, nothing's ever going to come. So it's actually a part of your laziness. Do you know what I'm saying? That you say, I'm going to get $1 million, because where are you going to get $1 million from? But if I say to you, listen, bro, you make 2K. Okay, make 4. But you know what? I actually have to do something, because you actually know how you can double up your money. Maybe sleep a bit less, maybe wake up a bit early, maybe do a little bit more research, maybe do this, maybe run some ads, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But the point is that, what is it? Too lazy. So double up, and then double up after that, and double up after that, and double up after that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. At the same time, though, obviously there is, you know, a certain level of risk involved as well. You know, and for some people are just not cut out for it. You know, they're just not cut out for that, and for them doing it could even be more harmful, right? Because, you know, you have to have some sort of level of business acumen, some sort of business, you know, you need to be a bit savvy with it. So is there a way, or, you know, you might not have the answer to this, where someone can kind of test themselves to, you know, am I fit to, you know, go down this road, or am I just get a school, college, uni degree, work till 55, retire?
I don't even think that's the right way to look at it. I can answer that question. Let me answer it at the end. But there's another way to look at it.
Go on.
Which is that Allah made a promise to you. وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Allah said, those who have taqwa, who fear Allah, who do the commands. Taqwa means to do that which Allah commanded you to do, and to stay away from that He told you to stay away from. Taqwa is to take a shield from Allah's punishment by doing what He told you to do, and staying away from what He told you not to stay away from. So every time you obey Allah and you don't disobey Allah, you're coming with piety, you're coming with taqwa. Allah said, whoever does this, يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, He'll find him a way out, He'll find her a way out. You're stuck. Where am I going to make this money from? Where's it going to come from? Suddenly Allah makes a way out for you. وَيَرْزُقُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. He'll provide for you rizq from ways and places and avenues that you never ever imagined. Do you understand? So that's a promise Allah made, bro. Your success is in your hands. Whether you're business savvy or not, whether you got the business acumen or not, whether you got the ability to hustle and grind. No, it's Allah. 100%. That's something that we can't forget, akhi. Allah huwa ar-Razzaq dhul quwwati al-mateen. Dhul quwwati al-mateen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who provides. He provides. You have to do, look, you do something in your life. Allah said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who He created you for no other purpose except that you worship Him alone. And then He said, He is right after Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned, Huwa Razaq. He's the one who provides. So as long as you come in and you put the work in with regards to your duty to Allah, Allah will facilitate for you. Of course you have to take the means. You have to grind and hustle from your end. خذ الأسباب. Take the means.
Tie your camel.
Tie your camel. But as long as you're working with Allah, like you're fasting, you're giving charity whatever you can, you're doing dhikr, you read Quran, you pray qiyamul layl. But Allah Azza wa Jalla is not going to let you down. Do you understand? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to let you down. Another ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ, command your family to pray. Then Allah Azza wa Jalla said, لَا نَسْأَلُكُمْ رِزْقًا نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكَ, we do not ask you for rizq. Allah said, pray.
Yeah.
Command your family to pray. And then Allah said, He doesn't ask you for rizq. We, Allah said, rather, Allah will provide for you. So the point here is that that's the first way to answer your question, is that don't matter but whether you've got the business savvy, acumen or not, don't worry, Allah will facilitate for you whatever needs and means it is to be able to acquire that.
Whether that's from business or a normal job or
whatever it might be. Do you understand? The second way to answer it, after you understand that as a primary foundation, is that if you don't have the business acumen, bro, go out there and get it. Go out there and get it, bro. Can I tell people something? I think I've mentioned it before a few times, but I probably don't talk about it as much as I should. I really should talk about it a lot. But I'm dyslexic. I'm very dyslexic. Do you understand? Like, you've probably seen it in when I type posts online. I've always got spelling errors. Have you seen it? You know what I'm saying? My grammar is bad. Like, it's like I mess my words up. It's not even, to be honest, my grammar is bad. I don't really try as much as I should. But the point I'm making is that I make dumb mistakes. When it comes to numbers, I get confused. You know, my handwriting is so not legible, man. It's like it's really bad. Do you understand? So every excuse you can come in the book, I can come in the book as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think in a very linear, mathematical kind of way. But bro, I had to put the work in. I tried. It was hard. I know how hard it was. It's extremely hard, bro. It's extremely hard. Like, for me, maths, I was on D's, bro. But alhamdulillah, my GCSEs, I put the work in, put extra, I ended up with a B. You know what I'm saying? Because I put the work in. Like, I had to learn certain skills. Like, even like, for example, for me, studying things like Arabic grammar and usul al-fiqh are so complicated because it's just, I don't get it in my head because it's all mathematical. Do you understand? But it's like, they put the work in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the point is you can achieve it. You can achieve it. You can go out there and achieve it, regardless of the circumstances. You had scholars, for example.
Sheikh Muqbil, how old was he when he started seeking knowledge?
I heard he was 30 plus. I haven't seen it proper, but I heard he's 30 plus. But put that to aside, there's A'imma. Sheikh Sa'in Kaysan. I remember I took the notes of it the other day. I can't remember the Imam's name. Sa'id ibn Kaysan. Sa'id ibn Kaysan, something like that. May Allah have mercy on him. He started seeking knowledge when he was 90 plus and he became a scholar. Some narrations mention 60 plus, so it was between 60 and 90. Understand? And he become a scholar, an imam. So it doesn't matter, like I'm saying, if a 90-year-old man can go out there and become a scholar in the religion, you're telling me you can't go out there and learn some basic skills? Like, you know, we recently done a course with, I had done a course on Knowledge College, how to memorize the Quran. You know, he had a 72-year-old Reva auntie on there.
Long bird.
She's trying to memorize the Quran at the age of 72. Like, I actually think to myself, it would be nice to maybe speak to the auntie one day. Ask her, like, auntie, what's in your mind? Like, you're 72-year-old Reva, so it's probably like reciting Quran probably hard for her as it is anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because of the words and the makharij. But like, what is her mind to at that age think to sign up to a class about memorizing Quran? Like, she must be somewhere mentally, like. She must really have a head in the clouds, which is good. I'm saying, Allah, that's what it should be. I'm saying.
Even like Sheikh Al-Albani, just going back to the issue of being an entrepreneur, he used to fix watches, right? And in the morning he'd do his little watch fixing, and then he'd make enough for that day, and he'd go out and seek knowledge.
100%.
And he funded his seeking of knowledge. Because think about it, at the end of the day, you need money to seek knowledge, and either someone's going to be funding you, you're going to be funding yourself, or you have to fundraise and ask the people.
Something you need a lot of money to seek knowledge. People take for granted. Wallahi.
Books are expensive.
Put even books to the side. Yahya ibn Ma'in, rahimahullah ta'ala, his father left him $1 million dinar when he died, bro. $1 million.
Back in those days, that's like,
bro, that's nuts.
Even today, $1 million dinar would be.
Bro, he said, I spent it all in the path of Allah, seeking knowledge. It's dinar dirham. Regardless, it was a lot. He said, I spent it all in the path of Allah, seeking knowledge. Because, bro, like, when you're seeking knowledge, bro, you're traveling. Like, even think about it now. You want to be a talib ilm? You want to go around the world and meet different scholars and mashayikh? Different books, different dawrat. It's a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
You know Sheikh Bakr Abu Zayd, rahimahullah ta'ala, he used to get paid, Hilyatu Talib al-Ilm. I think he used to get paid something like 10,000 riyal every month. And he gets money, he'd go to the maktaba, the bookstore, have boxes, and he would just load it up, books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A man came to Imam al-Shafi'i and he said, I want to seek hadith from you. He said, I give you glad tidings of poverty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you want, look, it shocked me. The Prophet ﷺ said, there's two situations where you're allowed to be jealous. Not envious, not envy. Envy is bad. But jealous. As in, like, you know what I'm saying? As for a man who Allah Azza wa Jal gave knowledge, He gave him wisdom. Or for a man that Allah Azza wa Jal gave him money, wealth, and he destroys it in the path of Allah. So knowledge and wealth. Do you understand? Wallahi, so I advise brothers, wallahi, to really go out there and get their hustle, man. Like, wallahi, look, hijrah. Bro,
Sisters as well.
sisters is what, bro.
So much you can do as a sister.
Nowadays, sisters can make so much money from home. So much money from home. Like,
The internet is just like the era that we're living in. Like our parents and grandparents, and they never had opportunity like the way we've got opportunity these days. Anyone can make it. You see people doing the stupidest things online and they're making so much money. Why? Because anyone can make it in, you know, in today's day and
bro,
age.
let me show how deep it is. Literally, it's as simple as this. Find a dropshipping company, make sure that it's all halal and everything, and and so on and so forth. If you have any questions about whether things are halal or not, then you can message Ustad Ma'awiya Taka. Yeah, so like, for example, it's as simple as this. Go find a dropshipping company. Go wait, think of a product that people want.
Yeah.
Okay? People might sell it, but you can you can sell it to a particular niche.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Find a dropshipping agency, set up an account, boom, run ads to the website,
Yeah.
and that's it, make your money.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways.
There's better ways. That I'm saying that's just freestyling off the top of my head.
Yeah. I mean, don't want to go into specifics because then like people might try and be like, oh, Darman told me to do this and it didn't work. So.
As I'm saying, that's upon you. Like, I'm just here to tell. I'm here for you for your 80%.
But there's ways to do it.
The
There's
20%
ways to
is
do
you.
it.
Do you understand? 20% is you.
But no, I think that was
Obviously, we got. I think it'd be nice to segue into the end of the discussion. You know, we got
new project.
a project called Halal Money Boys.
No. That's not the name of the project. That's the name of the WhatsApp group
The
right
WhatsApp
now.
group, yeah.
But the project, we haven't got a name for the project yet.
Yeah.
But basically, all it is, you know, we came back from Umrah. The whole situation happened with COVID.
Just to let you know now, it's not for the public. It's just because this project is not for the public. It's only for the mandem.
But we're gonna document it, inshallah. We're gonna document it, make a little documentary.
Halal Money Boys documentary.
Halal Money Boys documentary. Well, again, it might not be called Halal Money Boys. Obviously, sisters might be able to benefit from it as well.
Yeah,
but
but
whoever it
Halal
is,
Money Girls.
it just
Let me know if you want it to be Halal Money Girls.
That just sounds a bit wrong. But yeah, so we're just basically going to be trying to coach the brothers. Not to say that we're, you know, some sort of business gurus or anything like that, but just what little experience that we've got and what little, you know.
It's actually, I think what we're going to do is greater than coaching, because the coaching they can find.
Yeah.
But our objective is to create a network. Like you see from the Umrah thing, we created a network by brothers that support each other in deen.
Yeah.
Seeking knowledge, classes, waking each other up, Fajr, Qiyamul Layl,
Yeah.
advising each other when they go wrong. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No one here is a scholar, but it's a support network. Do you understand? So we said, okay, calm. We can take that same group that we already have, that support system, and make them also support each other when it comes to business. So we created, we basically want to create a network where the same way you see them supporting each other when it comes to deen, they support each other when it comes to setting up businesses as well. So we set them goals, tasks, have little seminars for them. We're going to bring in experts. I'm going to shout, obviously I'll mention it right now on camera a bit prematurely. I haven't spoken to the guy, but I'm going to shout Faisal Chowdhury.
Yeah.
You know, the productive Sunni brother, Allah Mbarak, tend to come out there, do some seminars for the brothers. We've got brothers like Sam from Menspire. You know what I'm saying? Again, I haven't spoken to him, but Sam, gonna get you to come down.
Sure.
And you know, we got Awais, our accountant, very, 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 you know what I'm saying? Brothers who know the business side, because we don't know necessarily the business side of things like that, but what we can do is facilitate the network. That's what we know. We know the network. So we can set that up and we will bring you in touch with experts that can basically, you know what I'm saying, show you that. But like I said, if you want to be a part of this Jama'ah, you need to come Umrah. This is no There's
I mean, technically that's true, but as in,
no, it's true.
It's not intended as in like in order to join it, you have to come Umrah.
Yeah,
but then it's only up for the Umrah brothers.
Yeah, it's only for the Umrah brothers, and of course, I think are we gonna open it for Umrah sisters? We might as well, you know. Maybe after the next sisters trip. Because
How are you gonna do it with sisters? Like,
say that again.
how's it gonna work? With...
Give them seminar training. Bring female entrepreneurs down for them.
Could potentially do.
I think it'd be good. Anyway, the point is that the reason we do this is because you see, for us, it's about quality over quantity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see the brothers we got Umrah with, we know them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're there when they get married. We're there when they're in trouble. Like we're actually a family. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, family first. Do you get me? Family first. So, if you wanna come, there's no way, no hope. Like you don't miss out on a lot of stuff, you know, just because you don't come Umrah. You think the Umrah is just Umrah? The Umrah is a lifestyle, you know. The Umrah is where it starts. We do barbecues, link up, this, that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the COVID-19 shut us down, but we were every 2-3 weeks having a fat link up in a different brother's yard where they invite all the man them, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is a support
I feel sorry for part 5 because as soon as we landed,
yeah, they just had a little munch, and that
in
was
fact, while we were out there, they shut the borders, so no one else was allowed in.
Ibs is so funny. Miskin, he had the dinner set up for time.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, mashallah.
But inshallah, have the social distance. What's happening with it now?
As in, it's like it's finished now, isn't it?
So we can have link ups. Let's link up on Sunday
We're
then.
gonna link ups now. Yeah.
Let's do the link up on Sunday.
There's already one this Sunday.
With who? In the park?
Huh?
In the park?
Yeah, something like that.
Are you going to it?
No, I'm busy.
Yeah, you know, I said I was gonna go as well, but I have to do something with family on that day.
Yeah. So yeah, just to
that's
finish up. Yeah, just to finish up. So inshallah, that's gonna be coming out.
It's just suddenly got mad awkward at the end.
And then it's just bugged out. But yeah, so we'll leave it there inshallah until the next episode.
Oh wait, one thing very important to mention. Yeah.
Go on.
Obviously, we're trying to do this show. We need cars. So
Yeah.
any car agencies who want to sponsor the show.
But it has to be, because even trying to get this was such a myth, because I'm only 23.
Yeah.
Trying to find insurance for it, but alhamdulillah we found one uncle who had a car. He got traders insurance, so he slapped me on there. But so if you've got a car and you're able to insure 23-year-old on there, then
So I'm saying
give us a
as
shout.
many as possible. And obviously we use the car reading tree to lure the youngers in it, so they can watch and learn about real life kind of stuff. So yeah, cars we appreciate it.
Yeah. Calm. Alright then. See you guys in the next episode.
The
Assalamu
ending
alaikum
is so-
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.